I'm Keri Stevens, romance author, and I have lived my whole life in the library. I'm not really that odd. Human beings have been looking for places to keep our stories since we were painting them on the walls of caves. But now we have libraries to keep everything we create and everything we know. This is a good story. And this is a good story. This is a good story told on film. And this is about 10 good stories told through music. Even this video game is a good story, one that the player tells with the game creator. Our stories can come in paper, and our stories can come in digital, but all of our stories come through our library. They may be small buildings, but they hold an infinity of stories. And if you can't find what you're looking for on these stacks, then the superhero of the library is here to help you. Our librarians are connected to other libraries worldwide, and no matter how obscure your desire or your need or your detail is, they will help you find it. Sometimes those librarians will help you find things even before you knew that you needed to find them. You walk in the door and they say to you, "Hey Keri, have you ever read Nora Roberts?" Nora who? Nora Roberts. And then the next thing you know, you are walking out the door with a stack of books as high as you are. I've been walking out the door of libraries with stacks of books as high as I am since I was almost 6 years old, and I remember looking over the edge of that oak desk to scratch my name on that card that Mrs. Brand slid out that listed all the other people who had read the books before me. I read all of my Dr. Seuss and my Sid Hoff and my E.B. White at the library. And when I got a little older, I got to go to the next shelf, and there I read S.E. Hinton and Paula Danziger and Judy Blume. And eventually, I got old enough to go around the corner to the adult books. And there, I read my Tolkien and my Georgette Heyer. When I went off to college, the library was my refuge. I had a friend who passed away pretty young, and I could go into that quiet, quiet library and weave my way through the stacks and have a quiet, quiet cry. And then I'd get up and I'd go to the nonfiction section where I found the books on grief and the books on death and dying. And I could talk to the reference librarians who would tell me about the community groups that met to help each other and support each other in that same library. I found other things in that library too. I can remember one day sitting on one of those big comfy couches that they put out to make you feel welcome. And a friend of a friend came over to talk to me. And I left the library with that friend of the friend. And 20 years later, I bring his sons to the library where they get their stories told with puppets and dolls and games and movies and dances. If you want to find me, look in the library at one of those big, comfy chairs where I am made to feel welcome, and you are welcome too.